This video is recorded just after the Heli War game, and it's gonna be more of a chill video. It's just gonna be me and you. We're gonna share our thoughts together, and you can comment in the video, think what do you think after this video is done. But today, you might notice that I have a little hammer that's right next to my username. Yes, I actually made this game. And the reason why it's not for like a self-server clout, even though it's pretty much like cliche. This is basically a shameless self-promotion of this game. I mean, I really enjoy this game. I really want to make it. And at the same time, I do want to make it successful as well. Because this game, in my opinion, is what I have returned back to community. I played Roblox for 9 years. Now, that's not a lot, unfortunately, for comparing to most veterans. But throughout the years of Roblox, I have so much fun memories and so much childhood like emanating from this website, and I decided, hey, might as well make a game. Now, unfortunately, I'm making a game during the worst time possible. This is during with all that allegation shit, but we're not here to talk about that. This is more of a chill section, and it's kind of more like a diary as well. Me pressing record and then just casually talking to you is a very serene experience because I don't typically do that. You hear me very drowsy and kind of lethargic in most of these videos, like the video I'm about to publish soon, Heli Wars. I sound like, okay, let's do this. But overall, this is kind of a new experience. And another thing I have recorded this video for is kind of like a diary, in a way, in a sense. It's not very personal, but it's personal enough to the point where, like, oh, you can tell this is like a diary of some sort. And this is not like a pencil and paper type of shit. If I'm gonna get really personal, I'll write it on a piece of paper and pen, because at least that's not lost. But this video is more loosey-goosey, it's more broader, it's more vague. So I'm like completely fine with basically telling you the process of the video. So without further ado, let's continue. So let me explain how this game come to fruition. So there was another game that I've been making called Bears Front Ultimatum, and essentially in that game, it's very similar in a way most Roblox Trollage games. And I'm not sure if you guys see any Roblox Trollage game, but basically that's the concept of it. But it's taken place with my friend's character. But one major problem, I try to figure out how to make your character morph when a player uses this specific item. And I struggle a lot, even with the Roblox assistant. So in the Roblox studio, there's the built-in system that can teach you and learn. Even with the Roblox guidance and system, even asking it to, hey, I'm actually making a script, it is completely dog shit. Complete foobar. Throw it out of the window and just let it get burned, or just soak in the rain. Because at least that product is way better than the previous shit I have been generating. So I decided, hey, screw all that. I'm just gonna look up YouTube tutorial and make a completely base plate. So I made a base plate, and this is where the story has been completely started. So it all starts with this guy. His name is Dummy. That's his original name, and this was during the time when the other game was getting a full attention, but this game was getting very little attention. And the original purpose was to make this game very shitty, like retro style, basically little to no detail, just like one of those like old school 2017 role-playing game. But as more and more time spent on the model, I think this is just me, but I gradually start shifting from, oh, I don't want to work too much, I don't want to spend this much, to the point of I'm gonna spend an hour of my life working on this game just to make a little tiny knob, like a doorknob. That's how it started getting, and it's getting there, and it's getting more and more worse or better depending on how you see it. So let me start showing you the first pack of this. This is volume 1. This is the completely original set. So this was the first, let's see how much that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not this guy. Well, let's count this guy. 11, 12, 13. 13 original casts. And these were the one that started the chain all along together. I can show you the very first character real quick. Here's regular dummy. Yep. I thought it would be really cool to give him a backpack because this was around the time where I was learning how to weld too. And I wonder if welding does move along with the character. And so it did. It's also the first character to make me practice the animation. And to see that walk animation, that's most of the time universal among dummies. And very interesting. Now this game is not this game. This character is very buggy. I mean, one, it is the very first character, so what you're seeing is a completely unfleshed, the originator of all dummies within this game, which I found it pretty cool. And every game that I play has some lore, so this game does actually have some lore. It's not in the game yet, awfully enough. It's gonna be told through the world itself, and hopefully that should give the player explanation. Okay, I'm going off the track. I'm just explaining the history. Then the second volume started. Now this is not the second volume. The second volume actually starts all the way over here. So in the game there are three. Sorry, it's just very loud out there. I think there's a plane that's going above my house, so it's gonna make that type of shit. So you know what? Let's explain the major breakthrough. The first major breakthrough is making my first morph. The second major breakthrough is making so in Roblox, there's something called a R6 motor joints. And what these do is basically like an attachment that you can rotate. Think of a way as like your hand and then your arm and then your body. Those are like motor attachment, and they're separate. They can control its own movement, but they're still parented to whatever it is. If you want to look up a video, they do a lot of better job explaining it because I'm just a bumbling idiot. So this is my very first Motor 6. Very cool. One of my personal favorite in my opinion. This is the oldest big morph in the game. And then as soon as I started cooking, I started to become extremely experimental. So like taking things like really meta, like there's even some character you might notice that might inflict some physical pain. So things like, let me compare the detail from the first model. Alright, look at this. Let's see. Oh. Okay, god damn, the game is lagging. Okay, very basic model. The game is lagging. Okay, good god, Jesus. Very basic model. Nothing too interesting. This is the third generation of dummy. If it loads at all. Okay. Hello? So another thing, while this freaking character try to load, another thing is as you go down the list of line, the quality of each dummy start to significantly improve, and some of them even has their own animation. Here, this is the third generation of dummies. Not bad. It's getting on par with regular role-playing games, but it's definitely kind of a little bit outdated. Alright. We'll start with 4th phase. Yeah. 5th phase, actually. You know what? Let's start with 4th phase. Medic dummy is another significant one because this is where I will start to learn how to do like proper animation. Most of the animation you might notice are in 8-bit kind of way. Like very jittery, very unrealistic, cartoonishly like. But Medic is being outstanding because it was the first one to attempt to simulate a realistic movement via the curve editor. Here's the firefighter, and then it just goes absolutely wild. Here's the 6th set, by the way. All the characters are completely well done and polished. They even have their own music if you want to hear them. But unfortunately, like I said, I don't want to risk you guys blasting loud volume. You cannot hear me. So I'm just for the sake of not hurting anyone's ear, I'm just gonna keep it silent for now. Then it goes crazy wild, starting with this one. If you go back all the way back and climb to this mountain, there's another set of dummy lists, and this is another one right here. Here you might notice the volume are separated by packs, and packs are reference to how my work ethic is going, so bosses and all that stuff. I'm probably yapping my ass out. Here's another set of quality. Here is, let's do taller dummy. Taller dummy is crazy for what it is. I jump in quality from this to that. I would imagine you can compare it to the, okay, there we go. Yeah. Unfortunately, the particle is loading because they cannot handle this level of epicness. And also, Roblox update has been jacking some really bad shit into the system. So what you're seeing is, unfortunately, I have to fix it. Like, what things you might even fix? Like these things. I don't know what's Roblox been doing. They're playing some black magic lately. Yep, that's the character. And all that stuff all the way into here. Deaf Dummy. Deaf Dummy is a bit buggy because, like I said, I don't know what happened. When I was updating this game, Roblox just got a massive update by changing its interfaces in Roblox Studio, and that fucking jacked everything up, and I kind of have to restart some of the models. Not really restart, but have to improvise, and the improvisation is just not great. Let's go to the map now. Hooray! Yep, map is very massively big, very empty. As of right now, the contents are not in the game, so the role-playing can get very much stale. But this next new update that I'm planning to release very soon, in fact, might be today, tomorrow, or next week, within that time range, hopefully, I will insert a huge, meaty chunk, like a fine dining into this game, and what you get to experience is amazing. Right now, like I said, this is just me recording to see what the original game looks like. And it's not bad. It's definitely stale. It's definitely stale, but in a good way. Like, this is like a canvas for you to paint. And luckily, this massive update brought a lot of colors to life by adding a lot of colors to the canvas. So if you're watching the video still, you can take a picture of this, or just me looking at the screen. This is just witnessing. In fact, I'm just going to fly around and show you what we had going on again. This floating island is not finished, unfortunately. So the desert, you might also notice the desert might look really weird because I've been expanding it lately, so that's why it looks kind of... This also goes to all 4 biomes. Yes, in the game there are 4 main biomes. There's the mountain, the desert, this side is the beach. Hold on, let me just go over here real quick. Make me speed really faster real quick. Okay, this is the beach, and the other one is snow. And that's really about it as of right now, and this giant-ass mountain too. Which was adding as kind of like a foreshadow, like this is a taste of what the next update could bring. Now, I'm afraid the next update could be very laggy because it is a very meaty update. It has a lot of fat and protein and macros on its bones. So, what's the takeaway from this video? There's a huge ass update coming on, and I would love for y'all to... well, someone ring the bell. I would love for y'all to join the game and tell me what you're thinking right now, because the update is coming soon. So, see you later.